So we're back in here. The subject being, I want to know whether you acknowledge that the golden rule is universal, or whether it's specific to one religion or another.
I think it's universal. It's universal. I mean, not the rule itself as stated and as articulated in our language as we know it, but the fundamental sentiment of the golden rule, I think, is not something that's confined to one culture or one spiritual tradition or anything like that. I think.
Now, the golden rule is 2 + 2 = 4, or what is the golden rule?
The golden rule was do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Is what I think of as the golden rule.
The fundamental, yeah. Fundamental, universal, and that was said in terms which were, again, biblical, like King James Version and something like that. Right?
I guess they were right, but I can't imagine that the first people ever to say that were the people who wrote that Bible.
You could probably say it in different ways, 100 different ways.
You could say it just by putting your hand on someone's shoulder. You don't even have to say it.
Is it generosity of spirit, or is it a security gesture? Like, in other words, if I don't do it to him, he won't do it to me?
It can be that, but I think it's more just about survival. I think you just learn that that's the way to live your life in a way that's going to be the most satisfying and the least painful.
I think it's a secret. Like maybe even if you once you learn to use it, it opens up all sorts of avenues. And if you ignore it, like being selfish,
you can't ignore it. I think you can't ignore it forever. I think ultimately you learn that's that's not the way you're going to act all the time. But you're going to learn that if the more you can conduct yourself in that way, I think the easier things are going to be for you. Even though you come to a lot of situations in life with a lot of defensiveness and a lot of fear that seems like the best thing to do is to put up barriers or to push people away or to see them as being somehow more evil than you or a bad person as opposed to someone who's creating a problem for you. But the truth is there's different sides to these things.
When you say do unto others, that implies that you, in effect, are master of yourself, that you might act conscientiously or, in fact, purposely. So do unto others as you would have them do unto you would imply that you're evaluating your own actions.
It's a direction, though. You're not saying it yourself. It's saying, it's telling you what to do. It's giving you a principle. It's giving you a guideline for action that you can. It's like any other. What is that? An imperative, or what is that grammatical construction? The imperative, I guess. Imperative tense, right? So you don't have to follow this. It's not you saying it. It's a rule out there spoken by a kind of as if spoken by God or by some
general wisdom or
collective wisdom or something.
2 + 2 = 4 because it is a law and something.
Yeah, but 2 + 2 = 4 is more of a little more grounded in, I don't know, fact or something. Do unto others is more of it's a larger sentiment than 2 + 2 = 4. It's not a truth in that sense. It's larger than that. It's not just a truth. It's like a fact. It's a truth. It's not a fact. But in fact, it isn't a truth because it's not declaring itself to be true. It's not like 2 + 2 = 4. It's not an equation. It's a command. You can obey it or not, or it doesn't claim to be true. It's not like saying it doesn't say if you treat others the way you'd want to be treated, you will pass through the pearly gates or something like that. There's no
unconditional love.
I think it aspires to the condition of unconditional love. I don't know if even love. I think it's more acceptance. I don't think you have to love everyone you encounter. You have to treat them as you'd have yourself treated. I don't have to be loved by everyone I meet, but it's nice to be not trampled by them.
Do not unto others that you would not have them do to you.
Yeah, what is that? You just twisted that around.
It's a negative. It's a negative. It's reverse. I don't know if it reverses
it's
it.
more wordy though. I mean, you know.
No, it doesn't sound as good. I agree with you.
It doesn't sound as good. The real one is cleaner, and for a reason.
Hey Gary, that's great. Good conversation.
Well,
thank you so much.
I hope, I didn't mention
Gary
Agnes.
Clark.
I still owe you a picture of Agnes.
Okay.
You know,
I want to see Agnes.
Laura said to me the other day, she said, "You never sent Jim a picture of Agnes." I said, "Well, I couldn't find a good one." And she said she has a lot of them, but of course she doesn't have them digitally.
Yes.
See?
Yeah,
so
that's right. So I think you
Agnes
just
doesn't
have to
exist
find.
in the digital world.
We're gonna have to get your Vermont Art Center a flip camera so that you can be sending back to us.
Maybe we should.
So there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
A nice way to connect to Roger Smith. We could do some recordings of people up there that are from New York or know of this place. And sort of like when Brian came up to VSC and he came back and he did that flip movie kind of reporting on what VSC was like.
That's right. Was that valid?
What's that?
Did you like that?
I did. It was nice. Yeah. I'm sorry he's not here tonight.
Yeah, he's under the weather apparently.
Yeah.
So,
I know he's got a bad back and he's had some other health issues. So
thanks, Gary.
You're welcome.